Hi guys, my name is Shannon. This is my first video for this Tumblr account, and I'm very excited. I just wanted to show you guys and kind of explain my story of why I love to read and why I'm an enthusiastic reader. Um, I would like to thank my parents mostly for this, because when I was younger, all the way since I can remember, as a toddler, my parents always read me three stories a night. We'd sit together, and my dad would make those really funny voices for those characters in the Winnie the Pooh books or Dr. Seuss, any kind of book. Each character had its own little voice, and it would make me laugh and giggle. Um, I loved story time, and it was the best. It was like something I looked forward to, just getting my PJs, sitting in bed, and having my stories read to me. And then eventually, as I was getting older, I would start reading along with my parents, and they were teaching me how to read the stories with them. So then it became kind of a bonding experience for me and my mom and my dad. And they actually started to realize how much I loved reading when I'd misbehave during the day. My parents would punish me with just about anything. No TV, can't, you can't, no play date today, or no dessert, whatever it was. And I was just like, okay. Yeah, I'd be bummed, but it was just like, whatever. But the moment I heard, Shannon, we're taking your books away for the night, I would stop dead in my tracks, cry, be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do what I just do. Please, please, please let me have my reading time back. And my parents never completely took away reading time, don't get me wrong. It was more of a, well, we're not going to read three or four stories to you tonight. We're not going to read three or four stories together. Well, it's only going to be one, and we get to pick which one it is. And then it's that book that they know I don't like, that, it's still hanging out on my bookshelf. What would be one of those? And I would learn my lesson. I would never do that again because I didn't want to risk reading time being taken away. Um, yeah, so I was building this passion at home for reading already, and then by first grade, Mrs. Waters' class, we began a reading competition. You know, the reading competition was a list of books, and some of them were series, and then some of them were just individual books by themselves. But we would be reading them. The goal was to read one book a week, and then write a little report on it and why we liked it or why we didn't like it. And so I started reading, and I was really excited about this. And then I don't know, I needed to read more. I needed to read more. I couldn't just handle reading one book in the series and knowing the next book was next and not waiting till the next week wasn't possible for me. I started reading 3 books a week. It started with 2, and then some weeks I do 3, and I was just completely enthusiastic about this. I was so excited, and I would write my little report, and I'd read it to class, and she suddenly realized I was going to go through the list pretty quickly, so there was a second list made, which I ended up getting through too, and it was just so much fun. Um, and even after that, I kind of made it a habit to read a couple books a week, and it just kept going. Like, it wasn't a requirement anymore once I got into older, and I got into fourth grade. We would be encouraged that we would read outside of school, but it wasn't like a reading competition. But I continued to do this anyways because it was me time and I loved it. Um, Now that's kind of where I am at today. With college, it's a little harder. I can read about a book a week or a book every week and a half. But then again, I'm not reading small little paperback books anymore. Um, but I was completely inspired, and I was completely driven to read more in my first grade class, and especially at home. My parents are both huge readers. They love reading, and now we can all sit together and like read and talk about different books and recommend books to each other, and it's really nice and it's an awesome experience. And I just wanted to show this quick little blurb about why I was inspired to read, and my next video is going to be about my favorite book.